Hey everyone! We are going to be reading this book called The Mitten. Has anyone ever read this book before? Just by looking at it, what do you think this book is about? The title probably says it all. Something's gonna happen with this mitten. Not sure what all these animals are doing, but let's find out. As always, we go over what the book is. This is the front, this is the side, also called the spine, which the spine holds all the pages together, right? And this is the back of the book. All right, so let's get started. So in this book, the illustrations also tell a side story, as you can see on the side of the pages. Wonder who this person is and what she's doing. This big spinning thing. It's a spinning wheel. Alright, so once there was a boy named Nicki who wanted his new mittens made from wool as white as snow. At first his grandmother, that's his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. If you drop one in the snow, she warned, you'll never find it. But Nicki wanted snow white mittens, and finally Baba made them. After she finished, she said, when you come home, first I will look to see if you are safe and sound. But then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens. So off Nicki went, and it wasn't long until one of his new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. Oh, look, he just barely took a few steps and boom, automatically gone. Anyone notice this creature? What is this? Let's find out. A mole! A mole tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten. Right there. Look at it. And burrowed inside. It was cozy and warm and just the right size. So he decided to stay. Who's next? A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He stopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then that he saw the mitten, and he wiggled in, feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, he moved over. What is that? Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. Having spent the day looking under the wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jolted, but being ones not to argue with someone covered in prickles, they made room. Oh, look at his eyes like, oh my gosh! What's gonna happen next? As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mittens, a big owl, oh my gosh, attracted by commotion, swooped down when he decided to move in. The mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled. But when they saw the owl's gantly talons, they quickly let him in. Look at the hedgehog's little spikies coming out of the mitten. Oh my goodness, what are they? How is this mitten fitting everyone? Another animal's coming? What is that? Up through the snow appeared a badger. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased. There was no room left. But when they saw his diggers, they gave him the thumb. Okay, let's do this. What? Another animal in this mitten? Interesting. Look how huge he is. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A raft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate. Just the sight of the cozy mitten made him feel drowsy. The fox poked his muzzle in. When the mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl, and the badger saw his shiny teeth, they gave the fox lots of room. Look at that owl. He's like, oh, I don't want to be eaten. Wait a minute. Are you telling me this bear's going to possibly fit in this mitten? This is a magical mitten. A giant bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up. Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in. The animals were packed in as tightly as can be. But what animal would argue with a bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It was pulled and bulged too many times its size. But Baba's good knitting held fast. That tiny little thing. Let's see what happens. Look, and all this time, little Nicki just doing his own thing, not even noticing his mitten is gone. Along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn. She wiggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable on top of the great bear's nose. Uh-oh, look at everybody's eyes. Oh, the little hedgehog is like, oh, I just wanted to be comfortable. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, Nicki, there you are. You finally found out that your mitten was missing. What happened? Let's read. The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Achoo! The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. Oh no. Where's the mitten at? On his way home, Nicki saw the white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten silhouetted against the blue sky. Oh, just by chance, Nicki, you were walking by and you found it. Good job. As he ran to catch his snow white mitten, he saw Baba's face in the window. Look at her. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound. And then she saw that he still had his new mittens. Where are all the animals going? Back to their homes? Probably a good idea. Look at her. She's just looking at the mitten. It's huge. Look how big it is. She's probably like, what happened? And look at that animal. The cat is like, my turn. The end.